Hi, good evening, everyone. Welcome to the November 23rd, 2021 Abington Conservation Commission meeting. Before we get started, I just want to congratulate Jean Matiosis on being selected yesterday at the Selectmen's meeting to be a voting member.
Thank you.
Now on to new business. First is request for notice of intent filed by Brandon Freeman, 714 Abington LLC, for redevelopment of commercial building with driveway, parking area, and associated grading and utilities at 714 Bedford Street.
Was it customary to have this right here, or do you want it on the side?
Yeah, maybe you want to put it over there, that way the audience can see it too, and
Might find these, if you need to print it out what I have, it's going to be easier.
thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Chairman, members of the commission, my name is Scott Roth. I am a senior project manager with OHI Engineering. Our offices are at 44 Wood Avenue in Mansfield. And I'm here tonight representing 714 Abington LLC with a notice of intent application for 714 Bedford Street here in town. I have certified mail receipts if you would like those now, and I have a copy of the advertisement that ran for this hearing. You just give them to you before I'm done? Okay. This project is a rarity in my business. Most of the time we come before a commission with a property that isn't built or is being developed substantially different than what it is in its existing condition. This site, however, is very much being reconstructed the way it is right now, but improved. The existing building, the new footprint is going to be identical to the old footprint. This portion of the building here is going to be raised and reconstructed to look like what's on the picture. The parking areas on here are virtually the same as the parking areas that exist on the site right now. The blue line back here is the bordering vegetative wetland. The orange line is the 25-foot buffer, pink is the 50-foot buffer, and yellow is the 100-foot buffer. The interesting story about this, we hired a surveyor to come up and give us the existing condition plan, which is part of your set. And when he did, he failed to notice that there was a stormwater basin already associated with this site in the parking lot here. So we had to go out and subsequently pick up that additional information and put it on the drawings, which we did. We also found some piping that was not originally shown. Now, given the fact that this is being reconstructed very much as it is now, we did incorporate some changes in the grading, but they're very subtle changes. The grading structures on this particular plan that are heavier, dark lines. There's a catch basin, manhole catch basin, and then from this point here, we're tying into an existing drain line that runs out to a head wall in front of the forebay at that basin. This structure here is new. It's built in place of a structure that's there now. So all of the site runoff is going to drain to that basin. But we did, however, have to modify that basin because it was not big enough to take care of the stormwater under the current regulations. So now it is, and it will meet all the requirements of Mass Stormwater Policy. Unfortunately, on this particular sheet, let me come around. This does not show the erosion control barrier. If you flip to sheet C8.1, it's not colored like this one here, but this shows the limitations of the siltation barrier coming around the site. And we had proposed to use silt sock, which is simply a molten model stake. And as I said, I don't have a lot to talk about this one. This is kind of unusual. Still going to use municipal, the utilities that are available. And we are reducing the impervious surface by approximately 600 square feet over what's there right now. There was a driveway associated with the building that came out to the street here on this side that being eliminated. There is I can barely see it. I'm sorry, sir.
Maybe you could scoot it back a little bit more.
That's a lot, that's 10 times better.
Okay. So we've done the parking. I would like to introduce Alan Weston from KSID. He's the gentleman behind this really nice rendering here. He's the gentleman who figured out how this building could be reconstructed and made very attractive over what it currently is. I was saying, I don't have a lot to talk about with this one. This is kind of unusual. We don't run into these too often, but I think we've addressed most concerns that a commission would have, and the fact that we are redeveloping a site, less impervious surface, bringing everything up to code. Everything will meet the stormwater requirements, and I think the town would agree that this is an improvement over what we have now.
Have you been before the planning board yet?
December 6th.
December 6th, because they go over, they handle the stormwater now.
Stormwater has been submitted, operation and maintenance plans, calcs, everything has been submitted to them, physical copy and digital copy as well.
How big was the parking lot originally?
Was it originally?
Yeah. I mean, or not, yeah, I guess, yeah, you mentioned, I think, on this part, there were parking spots.
There was a driveway that came outside the building. If you looked on the existing addition page, it's probably the 4th sheet into your set. I mean, aside from that and a little reshaping where we have walks and things, the drive around the building, the upper and lower parking areas are virtually identical. On sheet C3.1, I'll hold it up here for you. It's small, I'm sorry, but there's a paved driveway that comes up the side of the building here. That whole driveway will be eliminated on this side here.
Okay. And how many parking spots worth was that?
How many stalls do we
How
have?
about used to be, the area that you're eliminating, how many parking spots?
There wasn't any, it was just driveway.
It was just driveway, okay, sorry about that. Thank you.
Yep.
And the drainage is all going to the back to the new retention area?
To the existing modified retention area, yes, all the stormwater this collected on site will run to that basin. It'll run into a forebay first and then to a recharge basin. And then part of the improvements to that basin was to add an outlet control structure to work with the different storm events. And we put, aside from the outlet control structure, making it a little bit bigger, reshaping the basin and adding to the forebay. It's basically the same basin that was there, improved.
The driveway that you're taking away, you're gonna regrade that the same elevations that,
The contours are going to be very much the same, we have to because we have the neighboring property so
yeah, I want to
close.
make sure.
But there are substantial amount of plantings going in to screen the building from the neighbor that weren't there before. All of the modifications to the pavement will also, we also paid attention to the minimum setbacks that pavement has to be from abutting property, so we don't exceed any of that. If anything, we make it a little bit better. There was also, on the original site, up in the upper parking lot here, you can see this little break in the tree line, right here. There was a driveway that connected the two properties to each other. That driveway will be eliminated. So if someone pulls into this parking lot, they're not going to be able to go on to the adjoining property. Now, we have not received the file number from DEP, so I know we're not going to be able to close tonight, so. Unless it came at the last minute. No.
Is there any plans showing the original retention area, or is that something that was just discovered later?
Just on the existing condition plan to the extent that it's there.
Okay.
It is fairly heavily overgrown with brush as well. That brush would be cleared out. And the O&M plan would provide for the maintenance of that basin over time, so it won't get to be what it is now. In the future, it'll be maintained.
Was there any sign of any sort of outlet on the existing infiltration area?
To my knowledge, no.
That would be my only concern, is if we did have a situation where that outlet control structure was utilized, it's going to put that water directly into the wetlands.
Well, we're going to be holding, see, now that the basin will be reconfigured, we'll be able to attenuate the storms up to the 100-year storm.
Okay.
That it couldn't take care of, the way it is right now. It's the
And
same.
that size that we see there is calced out for what you guys did in that parking area?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Takes into consideration all the impervious surfaces on the site.
Anyone else have any questions?
Yeah, I
Open it
mean,
up to the public. Anybody have any questions? You just stand up there, state your name and address, please.
Thomas House, 732. I'm the next door neighbor with the driveways being eliminated. So my one question is, are you increasing the size of that retention pond?
Yes.
Okay, by a lot, or, because I know it's tiny now.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been there since they put it in originally.
Just looking at it on this picture, I will say we're increasing it by approximately 50%.
All right, that's all I want to know. Oh, yo, with the grading, I get flooded from the property whenever we get a good rain. I don't know if you are handling this now or through the planning board. The drainage system is all plugged up over there. Are you going to correct all that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, the site has been designed to drain entirely into the catch basin structures that we're providing in the new design, or in the reconstruction, I should say. No stormwater from these parking areas runs off the parking area onto adjoining properties. It is all collected within the site.
Because halfway down that driveway, there isn't a street drain. Is that being moved or utilized to collect the water?
I don't know exactly which one you're referring to, but there was an existing catch basin key in this is going to be replaced with a manhole, or replaced part of the cover. There's going to be a new catch basin put here because of the low point, when we regrade the pavement.
Right, you're taking out all this. See, this is me.
Yeah.
Okay. You're taking out what driveway that runs down the hill and out to the street?
No, it runs this way. This picture's down from the street.
Yeah, I'm saying you're taking this whole driveway out.
Yeah.
You said.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
And the whole plantings.
Building's not that bad, okay. Maybe I just have to restore it.
Okay, no.
Any more questions from the public? Bring it back to the board. Anything else, or?
So I think this is the point where I have to request the commission to grant me a continuance or
Yep.
extension,
You want to do it to our next meeting on December 14th?
December 14th. Sure.
Someone want to make a motion?
Motion to continue this to December 14th.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
All right.
Aye.
Thank you very much.
Cool.
All right, next on the agenda is discussion and possible vote to accept donation of land at 0 Linwood Street, map 20, parcels 60 and 61.
I'm going to recuse myself from this matter.
So I don't know if anybody's familiar with this land. I think it was talked about at the selectmen's meeting about a month ago. It's on the Brockton line, right up against Beaver Brook, just south of Lady Slipper Drive.
Okay.
I wasn't on board then.
Close to the state park.
Got it. That's right near my house.
I always think it'd be
Oh,
nice
other
if we had
end,
some
the
sort of
entrance
like
end of the state
wildlife
park. Yeah.
corridor going
Oh, yeah.
throughout.
Well, I mean, like,
No,
so, I mean, I
anything
can
as
walk to
much
the
as
entrance,
possible.
yeah.
Oh, you almost have it.
But it's very close
Yeah,
to
we're
the
getting
Brockton
there.
Between
line.
So-
Diane Circle, Brockton's
So what is,
Conservation
why
Land, and
did,
State
why
Park.
did Tim have to recuse himself?
Yeah,
no
exactly. So
idea.
anything we can
Yeah.
do to add, I'm all
Got it.
for.
Hopefully next Thanksgiving.
You as well.
Thank you.
Thanks. Anyone have any questions?
Well, I'll just ask for like just a brief synopsis of what I missed. Like, what is the scenario revolving the two properties? It seems like someone wants to give something to someone else at a very low price. Is it as cut and dry as that, or is there something I'm missing?
Don't believe we're paying anything for it.
Yeah, it just says here, $100 sale price.
I'm Alex Bezanson, 761 Randolph Street, and also a member of the Board of Selectmen. I was aware of this property that a friend of mine actually has, and he can't do anything with it, so when we started the new Open Space Committee, I suggested to him that he donate it to the town. So it'll be at no cost to the town. It will be deeded as conservation land, so nothing else could be done, and I just left Open Space. They approved it also. So we need the selectmen, open space, and conservation to approve it, and then we get a deed done before the end of the year. I thought it was further south than you're saying, and I might be wrong, I'm not sure, because I obviously never walked it. But the selectmen are actively looking for donations for land, and that's why we reinstituted the Open Space Committee. We would like to see properties like this. Maybe if there's a development next to it or something, we can get a right-of-way into it to have access to it. You know, we'd have to look at that further, but we'd like to get as many donations as we can, really. So I'd urge you to accept the free gift, and it will become permanently conservation land.
I just have one question, Alex, and that is this property, 0 Linwood, is that closer to the Mill Street side?
Yeah, see,
No,
No,
See-
it's,
no, it's near, it's probably like a quarter mile, maybe at the most, from the state park.
Grove, oh, past,
No, past Rockland Street.
oh, okay.
so if you're going
Yeah, yeah.
north on Linwood, past Rockland, it's
Right.
on your left there.
Yep.
See, I was
Okay.
thinking it was further towards Mill Street.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
But there's another property, I don't know if it's come before you guys. I don't
It
stop
hasn't
mentioning
come before us
Yeah.
yet, but that might be the one I'm thinking
Yeah,
down there.
probably.
But either way, if it's free and it's on the river, we'll take it, you know,
Absolutely.
so,
Absolutely.
Free is good.
yeah.
You guys have any more questions?
No?
No?
My name's Stan Broman. I live at 222 Linwood Street in Abington. My wife and I started a website, e-awakening.com, shine a spotlight on the environment and people who are taking care of it. We just started up a social Facebook page called Abington, Massachusetts Gateways to Nature. And our goal is to help get people out into nature, because if they know nature, if they experience it, they're going to want to protect it. So this is really a perfect place to have land donated. It is a green corridor. It goes up through Ames Knoll, and then Ames Knoll, Chestnut Street goes all the way up to 139, where it becomes Holbrook's Town Forest is a street away from there. There's development in between, but it goes up into Braintree Town Forest. So it's a great green corridor for wildlife and nature. So I think it's a perfect place. I'm hoping that more people start to donate these types of parcels of land, and that we can eventually have maybe an Abington Town Forest. I think that would be really spectacular. So I applaud the donation of the land and the selectmen's effort to get more conservation land, and your work in helping to get this. I do know that conservation restrictions are they the most, the best protection of conservation land? I believe that conservation restrictions are the strongest protection, and it works into Article 97. So if we can get a conservation restriction on these lands, that will protect it even strongly.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you for the work you're doing.
Thank you.
The donor specifically said for conservation purposes.
Yeah, so that's great too. So, you know, we really applaud the donor for giving this land to the town, and hopefully we can maybe build a trail through there and, you know, bring some of the kids out. Environmental education would be spectacular, and so this is a great thing. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dan. Any more questions from the board? No. Have a motion to accept the land?
A motion to accept the land
0 Linwood Street.
on 0 Linwood Street. Thank
Second.
you.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Also me.
Thank you, and thanks to Roger
Thank
Woods
you.
for donating the land.
Yes,
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, that's wonderful.
All right, and next on the agenda is the enforcement order for 20 Mount Laurel Lane. So the property owner, I spoke with her yesterday. She's not able to attend the meeting. She sent an email, which I think you were all given a copy of. So basically, so the day before Veterans Day, Tim was out and about and saw some activity going on. I don't know exactly what you saw. I know there's a retaining wall there now. I don't know if that's what you saw them building, but
No, that had actually been completed. I just saw an excavator basically in the river.
yeah. So they had no way of reaching the property owner, so we sent out the enforcement order. She reached out to me yesterday and explained to me she had reached out to the former chairman. He had set up a meeting, and then, or he was going to set up a meeting, but then he resigned, and then just with everything that's been going on, nobody was ever able to get out there, and she was under the impression since nobody went out there, she was all set to go to work. And the work has all been completed now. She was very, she's been very attentive to get the erosion control put up. I talked to her yesterday. I talked to her again this morning. Her landscaper that did the work was going to pick up the straw wattles and place them down as soon as he could get them. And that's about it.
It's unfortunate that it happened this way. I don't know what our position.
So
She'll
she,
have to come before the
Sorry.
board, obviously.
Yeah, I think before we do anything else, maybe we go out there and take a look at it and see
Yeah.
what's been done. I mean, whatever they do, you're not gonna be able to do anything now anyways. I mean, they hydro seeded last week. Tim, you know, that's not gonna, that's not gonna take, probably. So, I mean,
So the issue is the wall they built or the erosion control?
It's, they're up against a intermittent stream.
Okay.
We don't know if it's intermittent in that
Well,
area.
that's true too. I mean, in a certain area of the, it's the Shootametascacant River, and in certain areas it's
Upstream, it's
considered intermittent, but yet in other areas it's not.
Okay.
So we don't know the impact to the area as yet.
Okay.
Yeah, Shootametascacant, that's quite a name.
You did well though with that
Yeah,
pronunciation.
you did a lot
better.
That was, you broke it up nice. I could
Yeah.
repeat it after, but if
Oh,
I
with a
saw
name
it,
like Natiosis, it's like, it's very
if I
nice.
saw it on paper, it'd probably be hard.
So, Mr. Chairman,
I think we should go check out the site before we do anything, because really.
I agree.
The only thing they can do now is put down the erosion control and,
Stabilize it for the winter.
yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Right.
We have to, what kind of amendments do we want to put on the enforcement order? Because we have to ratify it at the next meeting, which is now. We want to just say, keep the erosion
Well,
control
why can't we
up,
just leave
or-
it the way it is and just add that we want to have a site meeting?
Yeah,
I mean, she's,
everything's been done. As long
Yeah.
as they have the erosion control, then that's fine.
because we're not going to force them to any replication now or anything like that, so.
Yeah. Well, we gotta, I guess we have to see the extent of
Yeah,
it
that's
first.
why I think it's better we go out there, because we don't have a plan to look at. It's, you know, just all of, everybody here just driving by and seeing.
Right.
So, should we make a motion to accept the enforcement order?
Yeah.
Or do you want to make the amendment,
A site walk.
sidewalk, yeah.
Yeah, to add that to as an amendment that we need to, you know,
Perform
do,
site walk.
Perform the
site walk.
sidewalk within the, you know, before next meeting,
Yeah,
you know,
Yeah.
before December 14th.
Yeah.
Someone want to make a motion?
I'll make a motion to ratify the enforcement order for 20 Mount Laurel Lane.
Do I have a second?
I'll second. It's
All
okay.
those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right, building permits and site visits, there are none. Meeting minutes for the 28th. I think just Russ, Lynn, and I can Jean vote on since she was here, now that she's a voting member? Or-
I'm sorry,
She's a voting member now, yeah.
I didn't hear what you said.
The September 28th meeting minutes.
Okay,
Motion to approve the meeting, September 28th, 2021.
I'll second.
Do you have a second?
Yep, I'll second
All those in
it.
favor?
Aye.
All right, and the October 12th meeting minutes, or just you, Lynn and I. Do I have a motion to approve those?
I make a motion to approve the October 12th meeting notes.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Correspondence, the only thing I have is Jean, Lynn, and myself have been talking to Andrew Point from DEP, and we've set up training via Zoom. Oh, okay. For December 7th at 6:30. Via Zoom, yep. So there'll be a link posted downstairs. We're gonna post it on the door, and then get it out through social media and on the town website.
Okay. And will it be recorded?
And then this, oh, conservation dues for MACC. Okay.
I know, Paul, you signed up for December 2nd?
Yes.
Me too.
Anybody else?
No, I haven't, not yet. I
Take a
will.
look.
Anybody else wants? Quick overview?
No, the enforcement order for 154 Brockton. Do you have that to sign yet? Okay. That's all I have. Motion to adjourn?
There was a letter from the golf course about, they were inquiring about the early stages of gathering information to install a well to replenish their irrigation pond.
Oh, yes.
That correspondence?
It would be because it's on the agenda, so.
No.
No? Okay.
Oh, did we ever set up a site meeting in Brockton Ave?
We haven't,
I don't know because we haven't given the enforcement order yet.
Oh, okay, all right.
Anything else? Motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
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 'Cause we're heading to the-
All set.